like 3 minutes for me to get to that point. I have a lot to say about Skull the Hero Slayer, especially since they have a hard mode that's going to be releasing sometime this year, assuming it doesn't get pushed back. Dang, I feel like we could get an easy dub in daily challenge, easy first place. But let's just get started with our normal thing. That's scary. Was there an update today? I'm a little concerned. I think a moth just flew into me. I'm a little concerned that my mods are all missing. Steam is down right now? Oh, so I'm not online. Okay. Yo, shoutouts to Loot, by the way. 473 on the table. I'm not gonna snipe his score. That'd be toxic if I did that. Oh, my streamer buddy is doing something? Let me go snipe whatever he did. Clearly, I'm the better player. He tried it one time, got on the board, and I'm gonna try it as many times as it takes to make me look better. You saw Loot to the daily? He said it was really bad. This is not sniping. This is not a rivalry either. I've been keeping up with some of the streamer people out there. It's a little bad when you start going into rivalries and stuff like that. This is just me seeing, he said it's bad. I want to see bad. I trust Loot at his word. Warning, you have activated the assist mode. Your daily challenge score will not be registered. Interesting. So people complained that daily challenge was actually showing people who had the monster HP tuned down. And it kind of seems like they were able to make fixes to that. But what accessibility do I have on? I would assume none. Unless they're counting continue mode? Each time you die, you resurrect at the last checkpoint. Reset assist mode settings. Maybe disable assist mode. Okay. That might be the hit. We'll see. Okay, better. All right, so for those who haven't seen Daily Challenge before, you have this gigantic map that you have to go through. Ideally, you want to get every chest, every elite, and find the best weapon that will kill everything on the screen in one hit. That, to me, it seems like that's flawless. Interestingly enough, Gold Digger, there's no gold on this map. So do you crit or do you not? We gotta test it and then back out. Okay. So confirm, no crit. So no reason to keep going. Let me get rid of life splits for right now, so there's no confusion as to why that's up. So when you swap over to flawless, which could be equally as bad. Let's go to this southern path first. This is probably decent. Some enemies are like worth more than others, just interesting. But if they take too long to kill, in some cases you gotta just skip them. All right, so let's go to the right. Okay, so we already lost flawless. Feels good. Okay, so there's nothing up here. Ideally, you would just ignore that spot from now on if you were to redo this. Well, oh, there it is. I was about to say, where'd my flawless go? Okay. So I just got bonus. So now every monster I kill gives me 5 more, but it was in like a really bad spot. First curse. And for all we know, like, you go in and then you just die immediately to a curse. Is this better than Serenade? It's just on such a long cooldown, and Serenade can pop stuff for you. I think maybe you do this. Alright, up we go. Now we've skipped a lot of monsters. So when you think about getting into first place, ideally you want to kill everything, but that might not be possible. There's a little bit of RNG to it. Of course, I could have taken the Frost Blast. Maybe that would have helped. But having something like a giant whistle that allows me to just pop a monster and keep moving, that's what you want to see in Daily Challenge. Okay. Trying to get a move on. Except now. Unlucky. So little things like that. And now that the timer's gone, I'm just gonna leave. Was this? Nope. Okay, got the timer back. That's gone. Really simple stuff. And honestly, we're not tryharding here. We're just trying to get on the board. It would be so nice if when you pop into, I think this is better. It would be really nice if you pop into the Serenade. If you could actually get your flawless crits back. That sounds busted, but a man can dream, right? Yo, Beta, good to see you. Even that's worth points. Just opening a freaking door. See, I just want to like briefly tap every monster and keep moving. We're getting really close, score-wise. Oh my god, what happened to my explorers? I can't see half the map. Okay. Nice. Those should die to the flame. Oh no! Okay, that's fine. Once you actually... Oh, we need to actually do the boss. Wait, what? Cakes in the chat? Speedy. With the raid, welcome everybody. You caught me in a really good time where I can't see the map. And we need to go and fight Concierge in like 10 seconds. Which is probably not gonna happen. I didn't realize how close to the timer we were. And not being, oh my god, not being able to see the map, this is kind of bad. Yo, Esty, good to see you. Ain't no way. All right, out of time, 5th place. Okay, well, again, we're not sniping. This is not a competition. Someone just said, Looter Die said that the daily challenge sucks. I will agree, it sucks. So thank you, Loot, for your analysis. We appreciate that. Oh wow. My raid button's actually broken. Thank you, Speedy, for bringing your community over. Always appreciate that. I didn't get to see what you were playing earlier because I was actually doing chores, but hopefully you had a good game. And then also shout out to our good buddy Esty. Esty, how did you make out in Dwarf? Is that the name of it? Give a shout out, manual shout out to Speedy. It's very cute. I was a hard pass on Refractor. I think that's the name of it. I was a hard pass on Refractor, but then I think you kind of sold me on it. Lone Mortal with the viewer build: Stone of Arrows, Sonic Carbine, multi-knock as main hand, skills of choice, double crossbow-matic, heavy turret, owl, owlet, please, thank you. We like Alejandro, but owlet is the GOAT. Acrobatic pack is a must for mutations. What goes in the backpack? Oh, okay, I see. Gilded Yumi, Carbine, or Hokuto. Whatever you have needs to shoot arrows. I probably need to see some Gilded Yumi backpack. So that might be what I end up doing. Either way, thank you, Lone Mortal. We'll be doing that on Monday as a two-parter. You and someone else. You got Roguelike Seed because of you. You convinced me. Yo, Speedy. Now remember, it is a hard game. Like, expect to win, almost like Dead Cells. Expect to beat Concierge relatively quickly, and then Hand of the King might take you down a couple notches, but don't worry about that. Believe in yourself. Believe. And then you'll be a new game plus 100 in no time. Okay, I don't get to play Explorer very often. You're a new game plus 4 as of last night. Yo, Robin, that's sick. I'm trying to be like you, homie. Okay, splits are back up. I do owe someone a response to Skull the Hero Slayer. That was one of the first questions that I got for the stream today. While I'm going through the motions, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do a brutality run. Can someone give me a new color for brutality? Let me do a full reset on everybody. Oh my god. Okay, so these are the original colors. Neon yellow, the first color to drop in. How on earth? Brighter. Enhance. Saturate? I'm saturated? Neon. No, that's like muted. Okay, so Kosh, that's about the best I can make out of a neon. Any more is like extra green. Like, you can't do contrast or something. Skull physical attack orange. Okay, this should work out. Okay. Start the timer. Turn my own sound down a little bit. I don't know why it's so loud. Okay. What's going on, everybody? VeeDotVod here. We're back again with Dead Cells, but we're using the crowbar. Crowbar got changed, but then it got reverted. The devs wanted to give crowbar some extra stuff, so they gave it kind of like a nutcracker ability where it crits on stun targets, but they got rid of that. And now it's back to Old Faithful, crit on door. If I find door, we'll probably take crowbar all the way to the moon. But if it doesn't show up, I don't know what to tell you. I tried it. While we're doing Dead Cells though, I'm trying to get my mind honed in, the reflexes going, where I can just play the game without really having to think about it, you know? Muscle memory, as they call it. So this is how we're gonna showcase my ability to muscle memory dead cells. I'm gonna talk about Skull the Hero Slayer in the middle of this run. So Skull the Hero Slayer has a hard mode that they've been theorizing for quite a while. But they didn't want hard mode to simply be, oh, it is just Skull with higher health bars. Skull where your damage doesn't really matter. The devs, that is, they did some kind of post on Steam. I was like, okay, if we're gonna make a hard mode, we want it to be sort of like mechanically better, well, not better, mechanically different than standard Skull, which is like really cool. We play a lot of games that have, let's say, ascensions to them. As you know, ascensions are incremental increases to the game, whatever you're playing, that still change the game fundamentally. So even if it's like, okay, all monsters deal +1 damage, you're so used to blocking for 6, and now you only block for 5, that's like a whole new game. So I don't know what they're gonna be doing in Skull the Hero Slayer, but I'm trying to train myself to play Skull. So I've actually been doing Skull offline. I apologize to anyone who would like to see Skull the Hero Slayer live on stream, but I've been playing the game offline. After that, are there doors here? I'm already like not thinking about the run. After trying it during the pyramid, Alexa's pyramid, we got Skull the Hero Slayer, we popped off a little bit, but I still feel like I need to learn a little bit more game-wise. So while playing offline, I will tell you I have lost I've lost 3 out of 4 games I've done offline in Skull the Hero Slayer. And this is someone who has a lot of hours in roguelites. Like I feel, well, roguelites, action roguelites. I feel as though I have, quote unquote, the gameplay knowledge to play Skull the Hero Slayer. You're actively playing Skull right now. See, it's a good game. But for some reason, oh, I didn't mean to do that twice. What did I get? Crits. That's fine. For some reason, I'm like kinda bad. And Skull the Hero Slayer, it's an interesting beast. So when you first start off the game, I think it's fairly difficult. You will probably die on Liurnia sisters, whatever their names are. Mary Kate and Ashley. But then after that, you're good. Then you die to Chimera, which is the 3rd boss. And then after that, you're probably good. But then you get to Act 4. And Act 4, again, completely different animal. All of a sudden, the enemies can always kill you. Like, every single monster has the capability of killing you. There are enhanced versions of monsters that you're used to that are just straight up better. They're gods. So you may be used to like the bow enemy. Yeah, it shoots you at some point, but you just dodge it, you're fine. But now the bow enemy does like giant laser beams and stuff like that. And even once you get past all of that, you learn the laser beams, you learn that monsters are protected, you learn that monsters do additional damage to you based on how many times they hit you. They've put an elite adventurer in front of you. Basically the, I don't want to say the concierge of the game, but the first mini-boss you fight has a giga-buffed version of itself that you fight one of at random. You don't know which one's gonna show up in Act 4. So for example, your build may be a very like ground-focused build. Your characters don't really flotate. I just realized there's like no doors on this map. Crowbar is actually kind of bad here. You may be using a power skull that doesn't flotate. You may be using, I don't know, I guess I don't know much about the magic stuff, but magic skulls that need to hit a particular area, but either the adventurer flies or the adventurer teleports. And now you're like AoE based skull, which zones off the hero. The hero's not there anymore. So I would say that game really focuses, which is unfortunate, and I might just be, you know, not good, but I feel as though the game has skull tiers to it, and the sooner you adhere to the skull tier list, the better you're gonna be, and the more consistent your wins are gonna be. But as soon as you deviate from that, using skulls that are gonna get buffed, to be fair, they will be buffed in the new patch, you're gonna struggle on Act 4 and beyond. Or at least I do. Of course, other people may say otherwise. I do really enjoy the game, but sometimes I just don't want to run Reaper every single game. Sometimes I don't want to play Gambler every single game. Sometimes I don't want to play... It's the name of the one that does chains. Does anyone know? Like, all of his attacks are chains, and the chains will cover the entire screen, and you press one button and everything just dies. Arclick, not Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider I think is in the camp of this is fun, but it may not be on the tier list. Arclick, yeah. So I don't want to run Arclick every game despite the win rate being potentially high. So as I'm trying to get into hard mode, wrong one, hang on, I'm a little boosted right now. As I'm trying to get better to play hard mode, I'm starting to realize more and more that my skull choices are not efficient. There's a tier list on Reddit. A guy that 100% the game put Ryder in S tier. So, okay, this might be the other case to it. It's a game where if I were to watch a YouTuber play it, we were just talking to Asunder the other day, the homie Azumarill Fairy. If I had Azumarill Fairy or BLs to coach me, all of a sudden I'm a god gamer because I understand the stuff that is required to beat the game. And while those are good in a lot of games, I feel as though some games require too much of that. Too much outside knowledge, too many trial and errors, that you may uninstall the game before that happens. I'm not asking for hand-holding. What I'm asking for is if I take a fully leveled up ninja with Kyrian sword, thief armor, or whatever the thief thing is that throws the shuriken, that does a big shuriken if you crit, full attack speed, but I get like destroyed by the elite ninja in Act 4 because I literally can't pin him down. Did I really go backwards? How are there still monsters here? Yeah, I won't say the skulls aren't viable, and I won't say they can't win. It's more so I don't know why I lost with a fully decked out critical ninja. Trying to think of the proper name for ninja, but I don't know what it is. I feel like in Dead Cells, like, I may know why I died. It's because either A, I did no damage, or B, I got tagged by one attack that deleted my health bar. Okay, don't get hit by that attack ever again. I get it. But I feel as though that doesn't happen in Skull. I can't pin the monster down, the monster being the elite ninja, in Act 4. With my own ninja that has no crowd control. It has a lot of critical hits though, but he's just a better player. So yes, I do play Skull the Hero Slayer. I am actively trying to get to the point where I can play hard mode on stream. I would like to get to that point before I showcase Skull the Hero Slayer again. Dead Cells is better at telling you actually took damage. That's a good point. Now, of course, there is a health bar. There's probably rumble on your controller. Hey, by the way, you just got destroyed by Elite Ninja. But what Elite Ninja also has is like 8 different attacks going at me in different directions. I think a similar game that has a little bit of that is Wizard of Legend. Wizard of Legend, I think, tried to solve that issue of we want to destroy the player, but we want the player to actually be able to play the game at some point. And what they did in that game was there's a DPS check. The boss will do all of his actions. You dodge them. It's almost like you're playing Final Fantasy XIV. You do all this dance, song and dance. And then after the song and dance, you get to attack the boss. And the boss is like just standing there. It's not really the best way to solve the issue. I think the boss should have windows to which you can attack, but they should be recognizable. So it needs to be sort of in between both of those, where the boss isn't just sitting there letting you beat on it because it's tired, but also it's not spamming in a way that you cannot do anything about it. But not that, like, not do anything, that's a strong word. More so that the boss attack of opportunity is extremely high for it and not for you. Unless you have a skull that can hit the entire screen. And then your attacks of opportunity are amazing. I'm gonna leave that just in case. Like, we won't see a legendary Nutcracker, but you never know. Also, at some point, Power Skulls attack so slowly that even if you time it, you still get hit. And that's I think, a double-edged sword, because my first victory in Skull the Hero Slayer, I was just face tanking. I got like the most busted setup with a lot of defensive inscriptions, I think they call them. And even if I got tagged, oh my god. The burb and this thing. Even if I got tagged, the loss wasn't like a complete detriment. Compare that to playing full critical ninja. I thought, okay, if I play full critical ninja, the monsters will die before they get to do anything. But the enemy ninja doesn't care about that. Which again, like, I don't want to discredit the ability of the ninja to do its job. The elite ninja, I should say. As I'm saying this, elite ninja is Act 4 enemy ninja. How in the world? I just did a drink animation without pressing the drink button. And when I say my ninja, I mean the actual ninja skull. Those are kind of two different things. Don't ask me why I did that. That was a misclick. Freaking meat skewer. Maybe not a meat skewer issue, more like a bird issue. You got a legendary power skull today and you thought you would actually do damage, but it was just too slow. And okay, maybe like the devs are thinking, this is a roguelite. There's decision making to be had. If you got a slow power skull, all you need to do is play defensive. And I don't want to say that defensive isn't fun. But in a lot of roguelikes we play, you aren't really rewarded for defense. You're rewarded for destroying the enemy. So it may be that we're just not used to that being a viable gameplay option. Oh my god. I'm all over the place. Kratos Power Skull does insane chunks, but with concentration. So concentration is another interesting concept in Skull the Hero Slayer. So for those who don't know Skull the Hero Slayer, I know I'm talking a lot about that game, but I want to because, you know, we're trying to get to the point where we're good at every roguelike. I want you all to be able to load up YouTube and be like, oh snap, V is like he's playing up Skull the Hero Slayer. There's a new patch. Now I can learn everything I need to know from V aside from having to go to like a trailer or something. So concentration in that game is the concept of holding down an attack button. You charge up your attack and then something comes out. Hopefully it's better. BLs, I think, had a good conversation about concentration when it comes to the archer, where level 1 archer, to do a concentration attack, you could have just spammed the attack button and got more DPS out of it. It's kind of a waste of time going back for this key. Some attacks on the higher level archer do something completely different when you charge it. For example, you get to attack the entire screen with your barrage compared to just attacking like the area in front of you. And I think that is really compelling gameplay. But other skulls that have concentration, a lot of times you could have just pressed the button one time and done the same job as if you held it down. Sun Wukong. That is, for those who know, there's Black Wukong coming out on consoles coming soon. TM. What am I taking? I want to run Gastro. See how it feels with all this damage I'm taking. Wukong has this like twirly mabob. It has a staff that you can twirl around and it does damage. You hold the button down, it does a big twirl that hits everything. And when you can do that, it's really cool, but you can get hit in the process. So like as the player, you want to jump up in the air, hold the button down, and then as you fall, you release it. That way you didn't take damage on the floor, and you get to deal the damage to the enemy. Really fun. Like that's something where you actively like learned how to circumvent the issue, and you're kind of rewarded for it. Until you get into Act 4. And in Act 4, some of the monsters, they don't care that you're in the sky. They attack in the sky. A matter of fact, you being in the sky, you're just a target. If you stay on the ground, now you're vulnerable to attacks on the ground. And if you get hit, you take more damage. Like you get a debuff where you take additional damage. So I'm learning, but there's elements to the game where, like, if I could make any suggestions, I have a notepad full of things I would say. Whoever chose this color got you thinking everything is legendary? That's my secret, Cap. Everything was always legendary. We just didn't tell the viewer. So yeah, I think I have the knowledge to like talk through Skull the Hero Slayer. I need to be able to get the gameplay dough. Once I'm there, I feel like I'm a god. I'm like Holyfield. Holyfield strapping up the Everlast boxing glove. That's how I would like to be in Skull the Hero Slayer. Wow. Wasn't this supposed to be a crowbar game? Either way, like, I always enjoy roguelikes in general. That's why I've been doing the VeeDotVod and stuff like that. There's just so many cool ideas out there. And we get to be able to, like, piece together what the dream scenario is. Our good buddy Esty, who was in the chat earlier, he always talks about sort of like game consultation. Let's say you are the roguelike person. You've been playing Binding of Isaac for 1,000 episodes. A dev is out there, they're thinking, okay, we have a game that might be the Isaac killer. You as the Isaac person, perhaps, like, you want to check this game out and just give us some feedback. And you can kind of like use your knowledge. That doesn't mean that you're like an expert necessarily, or you know more about games than the developer does. It's just that you've seen a bad idea before. Like, you know what a bad idea looks like. The monster doesn't flinch to my attacks. Okay. How does that make you feel, gamer? It makes you feel bad. I want my hits to pack a punch. I want to be able to feel the impact on my DualShock 4 controller. Okay, we'll take that back to the team, see what we can do. And now all of a sudden the monsters flinch in the game. That's incredible. So we want to get to that point where, okay, we're playing Dead Cells. Someone wants to make the Dead Cells equivalent, the spiritual successor to Dead Cells. I need to be able to fight the monster on equal terms. Once I get the knowledge down. If the monster is gonna be so nutty that it's always better than me, it better be a boss. Like, it shouldn't be a basic monster, I feel. And if it is gonna be a basic monster, maybe don't put too many on top of each other that are all that level of quality. Let's see what we get from here. I don't think I'm gonna replace the walk and make fire, because that gives us access to burning oil on bosses. So yeah, it's really cool things to think about. And as you all are playing games, so we've played a lot of VeeDotVods so far, and as I'm playing through those, I want you all to start to think about, wow. I want you to think about the mushroom that's about to kill you because you're talking about other games. I want you to think about, okay, does this game miss any marks, and does it hit any marks that the other game doesn't? Gold Gorge are significantly harder than Concierge, so that's a good point. The first boss of the game, Concierge, is essentially like your entry into Dead Cells. It's the thing that goes on the montage, in the trailers, that kind of thing. Once you do Concierge a few times, your chance of failure versus Concierge becomes very, very low. And I don't want to like speak for people out there. I know there's always different kinds of people who play games, but Concierge only has so many things in his kit. And even once you get into the higher difficulties, Concierge doesn't change too much. But we're very knowledgeable about Concierge right now. I don't know. Did I lag? What in the world was that? Oh, I thought I did Telluric Shock, my bad. I don't know if the devs can just, let's just add an attack to Concierge. Okay, you all say that you're bullying Concierge all the time? Alright, I'll see you bully Concierge. We're gonna make the aura size twice as big. And if you're not in range to do the aura, he's just gonna chase you down with a jump. Or Hand of the King. Hand of the King, if you use Wings of the Crow, he kinda just stands there twiddling his thumbs. Okay, gamers. You wanna bully Hand of the King with Wings of the Crow? Okay. Whenever you activate Wings of the Crow, we're gonna make him do grenades in the sky. And the grenades won't even destroy on the ground. They're gonna pop in midair. That's an interesting thing to do. We're so used to the way Concierge and Hand of the King is. We just know everything in the kit. But that's a little different than I say in Skull the Hero Slayer. Despite knowing everything in the Act 4 Ninja's kit, if you are a Power Skull that needs the ninja to stay in one spot, he ain't gonna stay in one spot. I regret to inform you that. Hand of the King gets a flat cannon. I'm already thinking about like what other things they could do with bosses and Dead Cells. I know the sky's the limit. Like the devs have been really creative. Even if you think about the servant fight, if you struggle with servants or anything, doesn't really matter. It's just more so the servant fight has something in it that is not in Dead Cells at all. Death by platforming. Or I guess that is in Dead Cells. If you think about challenge rifts and stuff like that, it's like you're doing a challenge rift while facing a boss at the exact same time. It's like really interesting. But at some point you get to play the game. Oh, is that an oil sword? Is this a rare oil sword game? With cover the ground with fire as you walk. Is that a legendary? Legendary blood sword? Is this a rare double blood sword game? Triple blood sword? Zoro style from One Piece? For all my One Piece fans, what's going on in One Piece right now? Everyone's like geeked over One Piece, and I've never seen a single episode. Call me a fake weeb. Like, did Luffy just unlock Ultra Instinct? Is that what's going on in episode 1 million? They aren't there yet. Let's try to look for the blood sword. Sadist Stiletto, where you don't have to use open wounds. I don't really care for that. Luffy became God or something. You don't know, you haven't watched it, but you're on Twitter or you're on Crunchyroll, so that's how you have the knowledge. Does this work with blood sword? The answer has to be no, right? Serenade? We're trying to think of options for conjunctivias. We're stalling a little bit, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I guess I should say be careful of spoilers, but my bad if you get spoiled in One Piece here. Yo, Peach, good to see you. Money me? One Piece is your favorite anime, and the only thing I'll say is if you aren't into it by episode 50, the show's not for you. I don't mind One Piece as a show. I don't know. I feel as though I wouldn't get into it. I hope that's not toxic for me to say that. I feel like I wouldn't get into it. I like Gundam. I like the old stuff, but I guess One Piece is also old, so... I don't know, I really don't have a reason to not watch One Piece, I just don't. I have no excuse. You stopped, like, at episode 700 or something? Yeah, Coach, you were, like, in there, like swimwear. Another Telluric Shock showed up. Another long anime that's out there, Gintama, is another one that I didn't watch. I don't know if Gintama just ended recently, but a lot of people like that one as well. We still using Porcupack? Sure, I guess. We'll go for a little while longer with this build before I hard reset it. Gintama is pure comedy gold. Yeah, I hear it's good. Bro V, you said 3BC isn't very different from 4BC and then the monsters start teleporting. Okay, there's one thing that's different. Just that. Wait for the parry. All right. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop parrying tentacles. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know where I went. I don't know who I saw. But at some point, I stopped being able to parry the slow oncoming tentacle. Only if it's moving at max speed am I able to actually parry it. Dang, I lost Serenade. It's like I have to do it at the last possible second. But only on the slowest one. The other ones... Look at that. That was the absolute earliest I could have popped that. And it was fine. Sick double parry. Is your autopilot dead cells on yet? I think that's for you to decide, not for me. I'd be full of myself if I said that I'm so good at dead cells, I can just play it while talking to chat about anything but dead cells. Talking to chat about Gintama, One Punch Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Fire Squad, Demon Slayer, Shingeki no Kyojin. Maybe a little bit of Spy X Spy in there. Not a very good graveyard setup. I beat Spoiler Boss without taking damage. Yo, David of Twitch. Can we get an exclamation point easy for David of Twitch? That's a huge accomplishment. David, do you want to let us know what the build was? To get yourself that amount of pogation in 5BC, that's huge. Surely you mean Spy X Family. Yeah, so I kept wanting to blurt out anime names, and I was thinking, okay, what's the most relevant thing right now? And then I screwed up the name. Confirmed fake fan. You can't remember the build, but it was all tactics. I think David's trying to keep it for themselves. I don't think David wants the secret to get out. Your main weapon was Sonic Carbine? Okay. You gave us a little teaser. Like we're in the food court at the mall. Shout out to those who still go to malls. And you gave us a little sampler of the bourbon chicken. That's sick. Look at Serenade. I've been really liking Serenade. Serenade, you gotta wait. I'm busy. Will the real blood sword please stand up? I hear Sonic Carbine, and you're already thinking Barb tips. Someone submitted a build for Sonic Carbine. I think that's our Monday build. Boom. We're gonna opt out of the burn the ground. We don't need that anymore. So Serenade does 60% to bleeding target. It's like not quite enough to kill a monster, but I think if you can find the Serenade with bleed and poison, you don't even need to equip Serenade regularly. It will literally just kill things for you if you tag it with Blood Sword. Wow, did Dead Cells get updated? Tran? What do you see that makes you believe there was an update? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just interested. Like, what on the screen is like screaming new content? Okay, I shouldn't say new content. What on the screen is really making you think that there is new tech happening? Not a trick question, by the way. The colors. Now here's a bonus to the quiz. We want to get that curse, but I need to clear this out so I can see. A little bit of bonus to the quiz. What is the color currently of my brutality? Again, not a trick question. I want to know if like everyone sees the same color that I thought I put it as. Let's leave it on the floor. Yellow. There we go. All right, we're in there. I always worry when someone gives me a color to change it to, that whatever I chose is not even the color. Like V, I know you mean well, but I regret that for you, buddy. That ain't no yellow. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Lacerator will also probably kill things. When do you take Leg Hugger? I don't know if you really ever take this at this stage of the game. So go kill that. See how long it took to kill the one monster? I'm pretty sure my Serenade could have done that faster. When he gets buffed? Okay, so yes, there's investment there. Invest, save your money for Little Leg Hugger College. Leg Hugger University. You're not wrong. Had to play that very specifically. Is it me or does the font look a little bit different too? It is. See, Tran, and again, I wasn't trying to trick you into like finding out what's different. I want to know, like, from the viewer standpoint, are you able to tell that something's a little off in your game, in my game? We'll go back for Leg Hugger once I clear the curse. Nice golem, by the way. That's what the knife dance is for. And funny enough, the knife dance didn't even kill it. All right. Oh, the flotation! I was in the... Let me think of an actual, like, PG saying here. I was very up there. I was big up. Can't just pick it up from the pet store and then abandon it. Can you return pets to the pet store? Is that allowed? Is that legal? Oh, leg hugger ain't hitting nobody. This is a sad place to be as a leg hugger. Maybe it's Serenade's fault? Eat up, buddy. Alright, got some crits. Yeah, I mean, I like the leg hugger. And maybe it's gotta be not only buffed, but you need affixes on it too. If you look at my leg hugger right now, it has nothing. Bonus to frozen, bonus to burning. Probably bonus to freezing's like really awkward. Unless you play tactics. You can get freezing while tactics, but getting ice while brutality, that seems hard. Especially considering that most of your stuff in brutality is like bleed or fire. Even if you got a legendary ice grenade, I think you would break your ice all the time. Oh my god, you got me. That was a sick wombo too. Luckily I left that food. 8 tips will gain multiple kills at once with Wrecking Ball for the achievement. Infested Shipwreck. Shipwreck is by far the best place to get that achievement. Graveyard is also very good. Graveyard has lots of rats. Oh my god, Pet City. Huge. I believe I got mine in Infested Shipwreck though. But that was during a time where every single run I did, I went into Shipwreck. Go get him. Go get him. Gotta try a little harder than that, buddy. Can it kill the alien? It's hitting it. Yo, that's the little homie. Yo, 28 Savage, welcome. Happy to have you here. Especially if you have snake fangs, because you can teleport everywhere. For the Shipwreck? Like, good ways to clear Shipwreck? Sorry if I missed what the snake fangs was about. No offense, but worms seem to do the same thing as leg hugger, but better. So worms just got buffed. They did not used to be as good as they were. They would die to monsters. Leg hugger cannot die. That's supposed to be the big thing going for it, is it can't die. Just the issue with leg hugger is that sometimes it tries to follow you a little too much. I think a big buff to me for leg hugger would be if it just did its own thing if a monster's bleeding. And I don't know if like they can actually do that, if that's tangible from the dev side. But like if I leave, see how it's still going for the monster? Well, that's a bad example, I guess. I need a ranged monster. Like a bombardier. I should be able to put bleed on a bombardier, run away from it, and leg hugger should continue to attack it. I mean, if I flotate, it does fine. Let's get this. Okay. One piece of bleed. And then I leave. See, I want it to just go down there and kill it. If it has bleed on it. Like, follow me if nothing's bleeding. Otherwise, go fetch. That would be, like, fantastic to me. Where in the world did that dagger come from? It's not legendary, so I'm not gonna go back for it. Clock tower. This is very good anti-timekeeper. Small AI rework, yeah, and I feel like, and again, I don't want to put words in the devs' fingers or whatever you do for coding. I feel like that's something that could maybe be done. Maybe. This is red. Just kidding, it's yellow. Shipwreck has a lot of enemies, so when you constantly attack, you keep teleporting to the next enemy. Ah, got it, got it. It's fun. I feel like it's a little dangerous, but definitely fun. You get bonus to bleed, right? That's fine. We do poison. Boom. We're rocking Gastro. And we don't need Killer Instinct or Porcupine. Big bank. Huge. Massive bank right now. That might actually kill me. Do the evolved leg huggers get reset if you get a new one? Yes, if you buy a new one, it's a baby. And I think the concept is that you probably don't buy a new one if yours is like around level 11 or so, unless you have a build that can specifically make it into a big one very easily, which Blood Sword, Open Wounds, all that stuff can. But if you're on a map where all the enemies die really quickly, it's even harder. That should be changed. Well, I mean, if you put it in Pokemon terms. Wow, nice hit. You can't just buy a new Pikachu and have it be the same level as your old Pikachu. Unfortunately, there's more than one Pikachu out there. God, I wasn't using my Serenade. Yeah, despite what the actual TV show would tell you, there are more than one Pikachu. Someone said that they don't have this skin yet. You get this skin by beating dead cells without getting hit by any traps. So that's spikes, saw blades. I think even the darkness and sepulcher counts as a failure. This ain't Pokemon? What you mean? That's Tangela right there. That's a shiny Tangela. Same thing. Really hoping to find the curse. It must be behind me. Let me start with level 4 one, evolve it, and then buy level 12 pre-evolved. I mean, I get the idea. Like, I want to be able to upgrade, or at least have this one be always growing. Which maybe that's the actual buff. Is that, like, while you're continuing to eat blood, Manka. I shouldn't say Manka anymore. I should say V.S. It will continue to evolve. Maybe not get a new sprite, but at least turn it into like a new level of leg hugger. Dang, I always do that at least one time. So I lost my no-hit protection. I can potentially buy a health flask. Why is brutality yellow? Can we get an exclamation point colors for armadillo before I answer the question? Goodbye, Serenade. Okay, so there were a few more monsters this way, so let's go ahead and get it. Oh, maybe it's color? Not with a U, but just color. Sorry, I probably made it even more confusing. So, we're playing with a new patch in Dead Cells, and in the new patch, you can actually customize the colors. Yo, Cake's in the chat. Oh, Lanky! Raid in the channel. Alexa, I was watching you play some Fortnite. You dropped in to a house, and there were tents in the house. Someone was pitching tents. 2 people, as a matter of fact. 2 people pinched a tent. And I was thinking to myself, why would someone have a tent indoors in Fortnite? That was a mimic check, by the way. But because the item's actually good, we'll continue to use it. It's true, Orbital and I were pitching tents in the house. Yeah, I saw you revive Orbital, went off. I don't want to be toxic, but you went off while I think Orbital was getting gear back. You got knocked, tried to go back to Orbital, and then they killed you in the water. And I was like, oh yeah, that's Fortnite. That's a big Fortnite moment right there. Anyway, for those who don't know who I am, I'm V.Me. We're playing our main game, Dead Cells. I am actually in a bind here because I need... Okay, maybe Serenade will aggro the elite. There we go. It's twins, though. Okay, that's one. Nice. I was gonna say I'm in a bind because I really don't have a way to circumvent this curse without fighting an elite. But then I remembered Serenade can actually aggro the elite for me. I play a lot of roguelikes and tryhard games. This is an example of both a roguelite and a tryhard at the same time. I'm really focused on education and entertainment. We're trying to keep the viewer educated while also trying to make sure they aren't resident sleeper at the same time. If that's the kind of thing that you're interested in, you can follow the channel. We're live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays, we also do Wholesome Burst Live, to which Alexa and Orbital, please play some golf game. It is actually good. Despite it being a golf game, it is actually really good. It's essentially Mario Kart. If only I was alive. But let me find out you're playing some Fortnite on a Wednesday. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, one more area. A lot of scrolls I haven't picked up. Really unfortunate. Tents have stash, so you can keep guns and gear in there. What is this, North America? In Fortnite? Yo, Blaze, good to see you. Blaze, what'd you think about that Sonic Frontiers trailer? For those who don't know, I'm actually a big fan of Sonic games. I even played Sonic Unleashed to get the Platinum Trophy. I did not play Sonic 2006 because I didn't have money at the time it came out. But I'm really excited about Sonic Frontiers. 55 minutes, not on second boss yet. We never stalled though, Yarzi. Like, I don't remember a single time I stalled in this run. And definitely correct me if I'm wrong. Mimic check? Mimic Queen Blade. Oh my goodness gracious. Mimicked Flint. Does this actually do anything? Well, oh my god, that's stalling, I guess. If we go back to Porcupine, it's good. Mimic me? Not a mimic. Interesting. Okay. The tints in Fortnite signify the gameplay is intense? Are you saying that's like the hot drop? It's not really stalling if it's decision making? Yeah, but I was saying, we have the timer on the screen because I want to be able to get through Dead Cells in a matter of an hour. And we need to know all the decisions up front. Like, I need to go into the shop. Oh, I should have broken that. I need $20,000. Small loan of $20,000. So that means we're gonna have to let some bats destroy themselves. Is that another immediate tier 3 golem? Yeah. That might be reportable. I don't know if I care for them instantly becoming tier 3 if they are an elite. Don't kill these. Oh my god, you! Not gonna say anything. It doesn't know any better. It's the owner that's the issue. Rare owner issue. Yo, Luke, good to see you. Luke, we were just talking about you earlier because of the daily challenge. You might see me on the board for daily challenge. Please don't think I was sniping you. Please. This is not a rivalry. We just want, like, we were told that it's bad. It being the daily challenge, it's bad. So I want to see, okay, how bad is it? I was gonna try to make a, like, boomer joke in there. Like, oh, V, daily challenge is bad. How bad is it? Oh, it's so bad it reminds me of my mother-in-law or something like that. Oh, yeah. I forgot I have Serenade. Thank you for the reminder, Armadillo. Thank you. Oh, that's why. Because I need these to blow up. Oh, my monies! Freaking Serenade! Oh my god, Serenade is actually trolling me. Boomer moment. That's my secret cap. The moment was always boomered. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Yo, Badger Milk Pancakes.
What happened?
Hey, V.
Yo, hey, right back to you. Thank you for the 18 months. You can now do something. At 18, surely you can do something. I'm not gonna say what. Where's green door? I think this was green? I haven't even done green door yet. Alright, now... It's bad. So again, like, I don't want to speed run for the loss of content. If I were speed running, we'd never go to bank again. And I would feel like you all don't get your full entertainment value if I'm going around never going to bank. I'm sorry, chat. I know you want to see bank in action, I know you're struggling on the bank. I can't go there because I'm speed running now. Like, you're gonna have to just deal. Go find some other streamer if you want to see the bank. Like, that's not what we're all about here. So I do appreciate the reminder that we haven't even gotten to the second boss yet. But we're on a mission. My tequila is Raposato. I have no idea what Raposato would be. I took 5 years of Spanish in high school and I don't know what that word is. I'm not sure, seems kind of buggy if you ask. Sorry, what's buggy? Oh, someone actually asked a question. I will read that as soon as I'm no longer in Celeste. That was really dangerous. I don't think I have triple jump. Aged. Aged. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't know the word I would even think is that. Okay, we got the 20,000. It's okay, V. Bank is an evil. Bank is evil. 1 hour on bank is not that bad. Oh, you mean getting to bank by the 1 hour mark? That's fine. Double potion. The most potions you can ever get in Dead Cells at one time on 5BC. I'm stalling. I gotta get to that potion. But getting to the potion means losing precious seconds. How am I gonna be GDQ certified if I'm going around getting potions? Rip world record? And then I missed it. Mechanically, I didn't pick it up on the first try. That was a frame perfect pickup and I missed it. Only the top 0.1% in the world can do that frame perfect pickup. Like a teleports on this map? I can see that. And I feel like that's something that can always get changed, but maybe they figure teleports are kind of strong. And with the way how gold gorgers work, maybe you could exploit a gold gorger by constantly teleporting around. Is the bank guaranteed every run? Yes, it is, but it's in a random spot. So you might get bank right after prison quarters. You might get bank later. Do we take this and then go for servants? I think we do. Doesn't really help me against Timekeeper, but it should make for a very interesting servant fight. Bank never shows up for Astro, so it's only up to Hand of the King. Is that what you're saying? Oh, can I get a do it, boy, go, cheers, heart, or good luck in the chat? I can't win unless I have a do it, boy, go, cheers, heart, or good luck. You can't. It's not possible. It's scientifically proven you cannot win in Dead Cells. Oh my god, I can't believe I got hit by that. Okay. Look at the damage coming from Smoke Bomb. Even on Timekeeper. You can just parry that. She actually brought me to her. That was her fault. I was just gonna let the leg hugger do the job. Flaming Trail. That's actually kind of sick. All right, next level. We'll go to Shipwreck, and then from there, I think we go Servants. If we're running the Smoke Bomb, you may as well go Servants. Get the free dub. Leg hugger, all that stuff, probably not even gonna touch the Servants. Not to be toxic. It's just, it is what it is. All right, here we go. Cells are literally useless at this point in the game. Yes, for me. Unless they do updates. Predictions for Servants. If I could like press a button and do a prediction, I would, but unfortunately, I would have to stop the run to do predictions. And I mean, I guess technically I could. Let me think about it. Yeah, first multi-prediction. Like, I kind of want to do that. I was thinking about it all day. I was watching Northern Lion do multi-predictions and super auto pets. And I was like, yo, that's kind of sick. Basically, in super auto pets, you could do like a prediction for every single placement possible. Leg hugger didn't even touch that. Interesting. Wait, you watched Northern Lion? React court win. We did reading the negative reviews. Hopefully that's close enough. Oh, this kid's kind of sick with it. The update we need is to change the boss skin. I want to see Concierge as a soccer ball. That could be a good use for cells. Cells to actually add skins to the monsters. Oh, I know some people are saying, V, like, what do you do with cells in 5BC? What would you like to see cells used for now that you are fully capped out in the game? Monster skins? Little hats on the monsters, little googly eyes on the monsters. I'll take that. Maybe that's not what you all want, but like, don't ask me, because I will give the worst suggestion. That's actually a great idea. Thank you, Loot. But I won't steal that from the viewer. Who said it? Yarzy. I'll say Yarzy came up with that when the devs throw me out of the building. Security details. Show this man out. Yarzy did it, not me. What is the green dot on the mobs? That's poison. They actually updated Coyote. They updated the dot icons. Fire, poison, slow, oil, and maybe freeze all have new icons. Maybe not freeze, but definitely those four that I just named have new icons. Wow, I didn't get the bleed at all. So I'm pretty sure Leg Hugger is actually a spy. Like, Leg Hugger has not attacked the other Leg Huggers at all. It's nice, not gonna lie. You should see the burning oil icon. I think the burning oil icon is my absolute favorite. Wow, I got the bubble and didn't get hit there. He's kind of sick with it. Yeah, if that was Serenade, I think Serenade would have one-shot that. Even though Serenade wasn't doing bonus to bleeding target. Or maybe it was. Yeah, I don't know if I can just proc burning oil for you. And for those who are wondering, like, did the icons really need to get updated? I'll give you the reasoning, or at least my headcanon. I can't prove that this is the reasoning. But now that's my headcanon, this is absolutely the reasoning. So, if you think about the original icons for bleed, poison, oil, they were a little water droplet. They were all little water droplets. They just had a different color to them. So for someone who is colorblind, I don't know why it's kept swinging even though it couldn't see me. For someone who's colorblind, all you're seeing are water droplets that maybe have like a different shade to them. So while you may be thinking, oh, well, I like the droplets, they're kind of nice. Well, it needs to be changed to something. If you're not a fan of the skull and crossbones, feel free to suggest a different icon. But it can't just be water droplets. We need more than that. Segius. Let's keep heading down. Sus leg hugger. The one time I played Among Us, oh, this is so bad. So we were playing Hostiverse Live. We were doing Hostiverse Live Among Us for the first time ever. And as soon as I got imposter, and I kid you not, as soon as I got imposter, I walked literally 5 steps. And both Madi and Alexa called me sus, called a meeting, got me voted out. It was 5 seconds into the match, and I walked in the wrong direction. And they're like, yes, you are immediately the imposter, get this guy out. And ban him too. I was like, okay, I'm never playing this game again. I'm going back to Goose Goose Duck. They could be optional? Oh yeah, people did ask about that. You're right. Yeah, so probably default are the new icons, but then give us the option to go back to old if we want to. I think that's the ideal. Okay, boomer. All right, my bad. I guess I'm too old to play Among Us and not get caught. I didn't even say anything to anybody. Come on now. Like, they had me stream sniping. That's the only answer. Too old for Among Us. Feels bad. When the poison hits just right, it's actually really good. Is it Kosh Voyo? If I'm saying it correctly. Awesome. If I'm not saying it correctly, please correct me. But can we get some highs in the chat? New viewer. New chatter. So far, so good. We just need to actually get to the servants without dying. Really, what kills you on this map are pirate captains and bats. And speak of the devil. Oh, is this Murder Bridge? It is absolutely Murder Bridge. Bam, 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 bam. Got to kill the monster. Truth is, this game was rigged from the start. The build that I was going for vanished. I don't even remember what it was. It was Crowbar into Nutcracker with the colorless War Javelin into Oil Sword with the walk on ground makes fire. And then that was it. I had nothing else after that. Well, I have exactly what you see here. I have a freaking legendary blood sword and some little tentacle monster. Remember when it used to be Lag Bridge? I never really had issues on this map until I uninstalled and reinstalled Dead Cells. And then all of a sudden, this map crapped out on me. I really don't know what happened. Okay, there's a chest that I probably won't get any value from. I could possibly get food. I think I saw food already. We have 4 health pots. I think we can go through. Just chug before we go in. I don't know English well. You're from Russia. Well, happy to have you here. And utility, good to see you if I didn't say hi to you earlier. Alright, open wounds. Basically, we're taking off melee, but we're keeping gastro. Interestingly enough. Alright. Let's try the new prediction system. I guess I can pause the timer. Timer doesn't really matter. Well, no, we should keep it going. So now I know how long it takes me to set up a prediction. Alright, so. Start it up. What will happen to V? No hit the boss. Well, I should say hitless boss fight. Exactly 1 hit on boss. V gets messed up. No death. V dies. All right, there you go. You all have 2 minutes. Cast your vote. You can do any of them. And the payment, I have no idea. Someone's gonna get paid today. I don't know who. I'm not pulling any strings. If you need to see the build, this is it. Bleeding causes poisoning. Leg hugger. But honestly, the star of the show is probably the smoke bomb. So I'm gonna let you all decide what's gonna happen. In the meantime, I'm gonna step away while this is going. This is screwing up our timer, but that's okay. 2 minutes on the clock. Do not go anywhere. We will be back with the remainder of this run. And as a reminder, after this, we're gonna do V Try Me. The game is Dream Cycle for V Try Me. Either way, be right back, everybody. Too many choices for the predictions. And that's not to say that you're wrong. I definitely enjoy the feedback. We're experimenting. It's always good to experiment every now and then. I thought the idea of giving you all options on will he die and will he get hit exactly 1 time could be kind of compelling. Probably didn't need a drink, right? I think I could have taken the gastro, but at least this gives me the chance to destroy the food and get bonus damage. Why do you need open wounds with blood sword? Just to do more bleeding. So bleeding, once it hits a certain number, I believe the stacks are 5. Pop is what we call Dr. Pimple Popper. And what it does is that once you hit that number, it deals damage based on the remaining stacks. She didn't die. To smoke bomb. Interesting. I wonder what let her survive against that. Can wait out the seconds. But yeah, if you see, Blood Sword does like 2000 DPS. If I had the 5 stacks on the enemy, it would pop all 5 and deal 20k. That's overall what the goal is. And open wounds helps me get to that 2 swings faster. Okay, that worked. That was fine. Now, I could wait it out 5 seconds. Dang. Is there a rope next to me? There's not. Okay, so I was able to pop her, which is good. She actually destroyed the rope. Oh my god, she is God Gamer today. Don't take the vine. Vine has been deleted, by the way. Oh no, I just baited myself. So I wanted to go for the damage at the bottom, but maybe it's not necessary. I think the timer's going during the cutscene. Okay, good, good. Go get her. Somebody come get her. Nice. Smoke bomb is gonna get nerfed because of your streams. Someone delete that message, quick. It ain't my fault. I did nothing to nobody. Oh, I missed her. Interesting how she just stood there for a little bit. I think we get destroyed here by Cleo. Dang, I'm rolling through and actually losing my smoke bomb. This is some really awkward placement for me. Ooh, she lived. Food? There it is. So Gastro is giving us 17% bonus damage. But unfortunately, my blood sword lobs a grenade, and I think that's interfering with the smoke bomb. So ideally, I want to swing first, and then smoke bomb, and then kill. Sorry if this has been explained already, but can you say why smoke bomb is so great? So these monsters don't seem to have a boss cap to them. So things like smoke bomb absolutely obliterate their health bar. I missed. Oh my god, that's one hit. 2. So now we're just on V is gonna get destroyed. And we have to know if we're gonna get actually killed. That's a waste. I was gonna say I never try to parry her. Now you see why. She just keeps swinging. Where's Euterpe? Did she already die? Why was I fighting Cleo the entire time? I don't know what happened there. What I will say is that the lava grenade, I think, was taking over the smoke bomb damage. So I was losing out on potential smoke bomb-tivity. Potential cheating. I was losing out on cheating because of that single grenade. That piece of crap grenade coming out. Now, obviously ignore where I actually missed the monster when I tried to swing. V dies because I used disengage. That would be interesting. I still could have died too. Like, she did not stop swinging at me. All right, payment. That was V gets messed up. No death. The 3s win. And now we're gonna run that back. Same thing against the queen. Hitless boss. Exactly 1 hit taken. V gets destroyed, as in more than 1 hit, but I don't die, or I actually die. I'm going to re-roll my blood sword to try to take off the launch. Oh, but now we have shoots an arrow. That probably also interferes. Okay. Okay, I think we're there. Now, I also could have swapped over to Vorpan, but the issue is that, like, I lose the benefit of my leg hugger. This is actually kind of weak now. But Smoke Bomb gives us Toxic Cloud. So we'll have our Poison Source still, while being able to do stuff with the Leg Hugger. It is still here. Disengage, I think, has a 2-minute cooldown. So I don't necessarily have to drink here. I can save it for when I pop Disengage inevitably. Oh, we can take off Gastro. Oh no, I'm getting 2 times the bonus damage. Maybe I do drink then. So we don't want to lose out on the Gastro. All right. This should be good. I'm pumped. The nice thing about Leg Hugger in this fight, so she will try to kill Leg Hugger. Leg Hugger is now bait. We want her to swing at the Leg Hugger. You again. Oh wow, that was sick. Oh my god, I rolled backwards too. And I got hit immediately after. She's dodging my smoke bomb. You can't do that. Holy crap, is she gonna kill me? Nice flotation. I've only hit her with smoke bomb 1 time. That's nasty. I won't say it's bad. She's just good. What? I missed. That was the one smoke bomb to land. She might actually have the kill here. Please, like Hugger, do something. Please kill her for me. Missed the parry. Oh my god, and she sent me off. If I died by getting sent off, I think that's not reportable. I think that's 100% okay. I don't know what happened to my damage. Like, all of a sudden, it may be because of the bleeding causes poisoning was actually doing all of our damage. But now that we opted into pure blood sword, it did half the damage. That could very well be what happened here. I maybe put too much stock on the smoke bomb, because now you see smoke bomb actually only hit her like 3 times. She dodged most of them, and then I missed a couple as well. But still, really good stuff. I think that's really telling when you have what looks like a game-winning build and everything lines up perfectly. Don't rock the boat too much. I believe re-rolling off the blood sword was rocking the boat. Just take the L, maybe even get rid of the smoke bomb. If something showed up, well, I guess nothing would have showed up. Oh no, I think a flamethrower showed up after the servants died. So at that point, we know that the bomb, smoke bomb that is struggling to get in the bonus damage. So get rid of it. Take the flamethrower, use that in the fight. That's another target for the queen to try to go after, which I thought she would do it more, but she only went after my mushroom boy one time. Not mushroom boy, my leg hugger only one time. So she's a good gamer. I will admit defeat on that. We also get to pay out the chat. V gets messed up. The hit list would have been sick. We were almost gonna pay out the deaths. Either way, good stuff, good stuff. We did not hit our goal of 1 hour. I swear I wasn't stalling until the end. Everything we talked about was with the actual character moving forward the entire time. 2 steps forward, 0 steps backward. But then bank was very long. And maybe that was the kicker. For now though, we got next game. I believed in you. My bad, duper. My bad. We got next game though. For those who enjoyed the Dead Cell segment, I appreciate you always. But we have other cool games as well. Dream Cycle is actually a game that recently updated. They overhauled their entire game, and we're doing V Try Me. This is something that we do every Tuesday. We check out either a new or updated roguelite, and we play it live on stream. Or it might be like an action game or something like that. It doesn't always have to be a roguelite, but it's stuff that I believe my audience will actually really enjoy. Even just as like a one-shot. Dream Cycle is a game that's based on, basically, if you took Tomb Raider, like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 Tomb Raider, not that new stuff, and you make it procedurally generated. So like every map you go through in Tomb Raider is randomized. That's what this game is. And to me, that concept, because I'm a really big fan of the old Tomb Raider games, it's like really, really cool. I have played this game before when it's, oh my god, this is loud, on its early access release.
My name's Morgan Carter, and this
There you go.